Hello, I'm Carolyn, your host, and welcome to Weekly Minis, your bite-sized workshop on the hottest acro topics. You can reference all of our previous weekly minis and more amazing content in the Acro Dance Resource Center. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and we'll do our best to answer those for you at the end. If you know a certified teacher who should hear about today's topic, be a friend and tag them in the comments right now and let them know that we're here. Today, we're thrilled to bring you an exclusive Certified Teachers Only weekly mini with Master Teacher Meaghan Wegg, who's presenting a tutorial on her top tips on how to teach a cartwheel. Now, before I pass things off to Meaghan, this is a pre-recorded episode. At the end, I do a wrap-up and I mention our Acro Dance preschool program. I will put a link in the comments, but there is availability in our Acro Dance preschool courses at the time of this presentation. That is this week, February 9th and 10th. It is an amazing certification that complements your M1 and any of your current preschool programming. So you can check that out. So without further ado, we'll join Meaghan now in this pre-recorded mini at her home studio in Ontario. Give me a moment to cue it up. Here we go. Welcome, Meaghan.
Having me. It's so great to be here. I love doing these weekly minis. So how to teach a cartwheel. Love this because it's the first time that our little ones usually are going to learn how to work with their upside down brain. I love to speak about the upside down brain because it's in acro and aerial arts. A lot of our work has to be understood standing up and upside down. And when we're first starting to do a cartwheel, the importance of understanding how to do it as a student is what we're working on. So then their legs and arms and minds go with us upside down. So I'm going to talk about how to do a few tips going upside down and transferring our weight from our feet to our hands so then our hips can understand how to stack before going over, understanding little drills to go from side to side, and then always working both sides. But at first, we need to figure out which side is our favorite side. So then we can perfect that and then send the message over to our other side. But we do really encourage just training both sides right from the start, even if they're comfortable and not comfortable, and then just correcting that twisted confusion that happens right from the start, so then they can just grow with understanding the correct technique right away. So I have a little evolution that I start with, and it's like monkeying in your way to a cartwheel all the way up to a full cartwheel. So we'll work on hands, feet technique, stacking, and then we will just get them. Some students have fear of being upside down. So a little bit of tips for just getting upside down and coming back up, getting upside down and coming back up. So I have three beautiful demonstrators that I'm going to bring today. So let's come on down the front mat, please. We have Eva, Thea, and Maya. And I'm going to get you girls to face sideways, please. And first I want to start with just getting them comfortable with their hands on the ground and getting them comfortable lifting their feet up. So we understand that, let's say our students are preschool, let's say age 3, these students are higher level, so we don't want them to be perfect yet, but you may see clean lines. So let's put our hands down on the ground and let's just tendu one leg behind, and then we'll just do a little tiny kick up and down, go up and down, up and down, and other side, up and down, and up and down. Now, can you guys stand up? Imagine we are age 5, and I ask you to do that exercise. So they're going to stand up, and they're going to go from standing down and up. So imagine that. Ready, and go down and up. Yeah. And then do it again. Ready, and down and up. Good. So I don't want them to lift their legs too high, because then they might create a fear of falling, or, whoa, it was too high. So I just want to lift it little tiny bit off the ground. And what we've done is we've stacked and we've worked on putting weight on their hands. Next, what I want you to do is just let's create bent legs. So do that with bent legs. And also, it's also known as, let's say, double attitude or a double stag. But I just want them to go up with bent legs, starting with a tendu, because that's what we do for our cartwheels. Ready, and bent legs. And again, we're not going to go high at all. Ready, and bent legs. Good. Now, we're going to just work hands, feet, hands, feet. So I want to work side to side. So go to the back of your mat, and you're going to put your hands down, and you're just going to go side to side. Ready, and side, and side, and side, and side. Now stand up. And I also like to explain the importance of comforting our hands. So let's do reverse prayer to stretch when we're training, because our weight is going to be upside down. Now show me some floppy hellos. And then some palm trees. So we shake from side to side. And then let's do fireworks, or we shoot the fireworks. Okay, these are all exercises to help strengthen our wrists so that the students know that, it helps care for our wrists while we're working upside down. So they feel that we can do something to help if it's too much to be upside down. So now do your side to side. So lift your legs up a little higher. Okay, ready, and up, and up. Now bend your legs. Up, up, up. Good. So now we have side to sides. Thank you. Now stand up, and we're now going to come forward doing a cartwheel, but with a tucked leg. So you can do your favorite side, and we'll face forward with the tendu. So this is our forward with the tendu, and then you'll put your hands down and tuck your legs over like a little monkey. Ready, and up. Good. Now go back using your not so favorite side. Ready, and good. Very good. So this is how I like to start teaching cartwheels, getting them upside down, understanding stacking, and understanding how to move around with the hands, the side to sides, going side to side, hands and feet, hands and feet, hands and feet. Now, the next step is the direction of our cartwheel. And as you see in the back, you guys can line up the back. We have this, and we teach this in Module 1 for the Acrobatic Arts syllabus. In primary, we like to introduce doing a cartwheel on a stack so that they have the understanding of how much they have to kick and how much power they need. So I'm going to do the hands, feet just on the stack. Okay, so go for it. Hands, feet, all the way over. Good. Next. Hands, feet, jump, push. Good. Now try to get your bum really high. Jump, feet, push. Good. Now, you're going to come back, and the next thing is I'm going to teach them a star shape. So, Thea, can you make a star for me? Face the audience with a star. Now I want you to start and finish with a star, okay? So your legs can go up as high as you can, or you can keep them low, but you're starting and finishing facing, okay? Go for it. Push and finish. Good. So they understood start and finish facing the same direction. Okay, Eva, and start and finish facing. Good job. Now Maya, start and finish. Good. Nice. So if you're noticing, the block is higher, so they have to have a very big kick and they have to push super strong. Okay, so notice I haven't yet asked them to show me our acrobatic arts technique, finishing in our L shape, transfer of weight, tendu à la seconde. I don't want to bring that in too soon because their upside down brain is full of new knowledge. So then I'll start to work on their coordination, their upside down brain, their hands and feet, understanding hands, feet, the transferring of weight from feet to hands to feet in the cartwheel. And then I would start to implement, okay, now I want you to start facing forward in a tendu, going in a cartwheel, finishing in your plie tendu afterwards. But first I'm going to say, let's do our star challenge. Start and finish in a star, but I want you to stand up as fast as you can, because sometimes people land with their legs too heavy and then they don't come up fast enough. So this is a progression all the way from an evolution of a monkey cartwheel all the way to an aerial, the stand up fast part, because we need our bodies to come up. So now can you start in a star and finish in a star, but stand up fast at the end. Finish. Good. Next. Start and finish. Push. Good. And start and finish. Push. Good. So that was very evident for me, and I hope for you guys, that you saw that they really focused on the ending of their cartwheels, which is super. So after that, we can spot them on this. So Eva, can you just come? I'm going to just show them how I would spot a little monkey cartwheel to help them over. And then I'll bring them all the way. You can spot them on the stack or on the ground. So let's just go on the ground. So when we start spotting, I want to be arm distance away so I know that I'm here for her. If I'm here and she goes over there, I'm just not going to be able to spot her. And I want to make sure I put one hand on my hip, on her hip, then the other hand on her hip, and then we'll have hooray, she has a cartwheel. We like to say hip, hip, hooray. So I'm going to go nice and slow. Ready, and hip, hip, and then all the way up to her hooray. Good. And then that's when they can start to finish. When I'm really focusing on that full cartwheel, I'll focus on the alignments and the posture that's needed. So let's go again, and you'll start with the Tommy Devon, and then I'll make sure I'm arm distance. Also, if someone asks me a question, I will make sure I say, hold on a second. Wait, I'm working with a spotting, 1 second, and then I'll go back to her. Sometimes teachers, students are always, Miss Meaghan, or asking you questions. If you say right end, someone says Miss Meaghan, 1 second, she goes, she thinks I'm helping her. Just remember safety and technique for spotting first. No one else should be distracting. Your focus is here when you want to help your students. So we're working on our cartwheel. I'm going to go hip, hip, and then I'm going to actually stop you halfway because I want to see if you're stacking in your alignment, okay? So now I've communicated with her that I would like to stop, and now we're going to go 3, 2, 1, up, stopping. Her hands are stacked, her ribs are in, and we'll finish all the way up, and then I'll help her up. Very good, good job. So we have our hip, hip, hooray, cartwheel, and we have our evolution from the monkeys all the way up to that growth, tall handstand, stacking, moving cartwheel. So we spoke about upside down brain, evolution, stacking, and like a really fun thing for preschoolers is actually getting them upside down and getting them comfortable. So even in the acrobatic art syllabus, we have handstand stacking at the wall. And if you go back into preschool, they have walk up and down the wall with their feet and hands. All these wonderful tools just to get them to understand how to do a cartwheel. So I think that's everything I have for today, and happy to answer any questions if you guys tag me.
Absolutely, Meg. And I love your passion for everything upside down, and also your complete how much you embrace and know from firsthand experience the power of progressions. And so I really appreciate that you took all of our teachers and viewers through the progressions with an understanding that at different ages and different levels, they're going to approach that upside down world differently, and that maybe our kids this day and age maybe don't experience that like they might have in when we were growing up doing somersaults and cartwheels, and the world has changed, right? So knowing that although those students you have with you today are skilled and can do these skills, they started somewhere too. So let me ask you this: what do you think, or what do you see as the biggest sort of thing teachers might see in their students? Hesitations, fear of being upside down? What holds them back from achieving something that might appear to the students you have there as being fairly simple now, right?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is actually students getting their legs up or understanding stacking, which could be fear related or just could be into the unknown, going upside down. Their upside down brain doesn't know or trust that there's actually a stacking stopping point. Using spider fingers, activating everything we provide in the syllabus teaches us super comfortably to get there. I notice the biggest thing for beginners learning a cartwheel is actually getting their legs up and stacking.
Right. Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for this, Meaghan. Excellent presentation. And also, do you want to reintroduce your demonstrators?
We have Thea, Maya, and Eva. Thank you so much for being here today. Can you say hello? Hi. Thanks for having us all.
Thank you so much, demonstrators. Thank you, Meaghan, and thank you, teachers, for being here. If you're interested in learning more, incorporating acro dance, or improving your current acro program, visit acrobaticarts.com to explore opportunities such as our aforementioned preschool acro dance and our Module 1 teacher training. Thank you all. We'll see you again next time. Bye.